Hey, everybody, welcome to Back to School Night. I'm Mr. Bartel. I'm your student's science teacher for the year. I am going to go ahead and give you a quick rundown of what's going to be happening in our room this year. I'm going to try to keep it brief because I will also be available during that 6:30 to 7:30 question and answer session to take any of your questions that you have that are not answered in my presentation. So let's go ahead and get into it. One sec here. Here we go. So as I said, I am Mr. Bartel. I teach seventh grade science. Tonight, I just want to tell you a little bit about our curriculum, the materials your students should have for my class, my classroom routines, my grading policies, what to do if your student needs a little extra help, and some contact info if you need to get a hold of me. If I'm moving too fast at any point, feel free to pause the video, play something back, but I do want to be respectful of everyone's time and try to get through this quickly. So curriculum, we'll be doing the next generation science standards. That is an integrated program that covers earth science, life science, and physical science all combined. It is a digital platform as well as a consumable textbook, meaning that your student will be able to write in their textbook, which is great because I encourage them to annotate everything they read. Materials need to have that science book daily, composition book, very important. We do interactive notebooks in this class. All students at this point have a composition book, but it's possible that they may fill that up and at some point need to get a new one. The few students that were left without one, I have been able to supply with a composition book, but I'm always willing to take donations of those as during the second semester there's going to be a need for additional composition books. Science folder is very important. Please encourage your student to have a folder that's just dedicated to their science work. That way they're not losing assignments. Students are really struggling with this year as they're getting used to being back in school. But I don't want any lost assignments leading to a student having to do an assignment a second time. A science folder is a necessity. Those optional items over there are just if your student prefers to have their own, but I will also supply them as well. Colored pencils, glue sticks, and a pink and yellow highlighter. Class routines. We start out with an engagement activity every day, depending on the day of the week. Each one has its own type of engagement activity. After that, I tend to check homework by walking around and stamping complete work. And at that same time, that's when I will accept late and absent work from a student or let them know if there's any revisions that need to take place on their homework before it is ready to be turned in. It is 70% assessments in this class. That means 70% of their grade will be based on quizzes and tests, but they have the ability to retake any test they do not do well on. If they do not do as well as they would like on a test, I will work with them, help them get to a place where they're comfortable retaking the test to get a better score, and they will not be docked any points for that. They will get the full credit for the retake that they take. 30% of the grade is based on assignments, and that's primarily going to be like labs, online activities in their on the laptops that we provide in the classroom, or stuff that they're doing in their interactive notebooks. The way I communicate scores to parents is through Aries. Please check Aries often. The phone app, while it's very convenient, does not have as much information as going to the full website. A lot of parents sometimes, when we get to parent-teacher conferences, are surprised to find out that maybe their student's performance was not what they thought it was going to be in class, and Aries is a good way to stay ahead of those types of surprises and just know immediately if your student may be in need of some additional supports. If your child needs extra help, I'm available after school. In fact, while I'm here most days, I try to devote 1 day a week to office hours where I really encourage any student who needs to get caught up on something or just needs help with some organization or something like that to come into that small group setting so they get some more personal help or more direct attention from me. If they need to make an appointment to meet with me about a specific concern, they can email me, they can talk to me after class, but I'm always willing to do that. If a student reaches out for help, I'm going to find a way to be available for them to give them the support that they need. And there are plenty of online resources that could be beneficial for them to look into on YouTube, Khan Academy. They can ask me for digital resources that will help them with their work and help them prepare for their tests. If you have any concern, please reach out by email. It's the best way of getting me. And if I don't respond within 2 days, something is probably wrong. Please send me another email and possibly have your student message me on Teams. There have been errors in the past where emails have gone to the junk folder without my knowledge. I would hate for that to happen. I would hate for you to think that I am not getting back to you in a timely manner. Teams is a good way to contact me because for your students, it contains a complete track record of any of our conversations in the past. So if it's a situation where I can see that there's a reoccurring need from your student, that might inform me on how I can best put some supports in place for them. And that's it. I will see you at 6:30. I hope to see you there for question and answers about 7th grade science. Thank you so much for making it out to back to school night. See you then.